What is going on, everybody? Lost in Place here, and welcome to my new series. I'm titling it Nerd News. I'm hoping to make this a regular feature on my channel, depending on how well this video does. So if you do enjoy what you're watching, make sure you click that like button and comment below. That'll definitely encourage me to do more of these. Now, why am I qualified to do something like this? Well, I spend a lot of my free time scouring the internet, reading articles, and checking out all kinds of different news on very cool nerd topics. Judging by the gameplay you're watching, this is Star Wars Battlefront 2, and the title, you should be aware that I'm going to be talking about Star Wars Episode VII. That is the upcoming feature film that is going to be the start of a new Star Wars trilogy, and this is released by Disney. A couple years back, Disney purchased the rights to Star Wars, and they immediately announced there will be a new trilogy coming up that will take place directly after the events of Return of the Jedi. I shouldn't say directly, because technically it is actually going to be starting 30 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, and I've got a lot of information regarding this. Some of it may be considered spoilers. Now take everything I say with a grain of salt. A lot of it is rumors, but there are some that can be considered concrete facts, and I'll present some photographic evidence to show what I'm talking about here. So let's get into the concrete facts, what we know for certain. First of all, Star Wars Episode VII, it will be directed by J.J. Abrams. He directed the Star Trek reboot, and he is more than qualified to handle the release of this series. I'm really excited about this. The movie is set to release December 18th, 2015. That's not too far away, and a lot of the facts are under lock and key. But again, we're going to go over what we know is fact and what we know is possible rumor and potential fact. So some more facts about what's going to be going down in this series. For certain, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford will be taking up their roles of Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo. Now, this is taking 30 place after the years of Return of the Jedi, so they're obviously much older. And in real time, it's been almost 30 years, so it shouldn't be too hard for them to pull off this. Now, check out this picture of Mark Hamill. He is rocking a very scraggly beard. He's almost looking a little bit like Obi-Wan. So there is a lot of speculation as to what his role in the movie will be. Now, on to the plot, the potential plot of Episode VII. If it's true, it is really crazy sounding, but let's just get right into it. This has been appearing all over the internet, and apparently, if you remember from the events of Empire Strikes Back, where Luke Skywalker was fighting Darth Vader and he had his hand chopped off with his lightsaber in that movie. That is fact. Now, the hand's apparently been chilling in space for a few decades, and it is now falling to a desert planet. And on this planet, that's where the new heroes of the trilogy find it. That's Daisy Ridley and John Boyega. Those are the actors' names. We do not know what their character names are. Those two decide to return it. Now, we don't know if it means the lightsaber or the hand in the lightsaber, but they decided to return it to the proper people. They run into Han Solo and Chewie, who recognize it as Luke's, but they haven't seen Luke since the Return of the Jedi 30 years earlier. Now, rumor has it that Luke has been fighting for the last 30 years against an evil order of people who are hunting out Jedis and trying to reestablish the Sith rule. Again, rumor has it that he has been captured while doing this, and that is where this film starts up, with Luke Skywalker being in custody of these evil characters, and that we will not see him for the first part of the movie. Now, some of the other details in this plot are really interesting. That there's apparently an ice planet where evil people are building a weapon that can destroy whole solar systems. Very similar to the Death Star, but not planet, but a whole solar system. Now, it's said that the whole structure of the Episode VII is intentionally designed to mimic that of A New Hope, which was Episode 4. In many ways, this plot is an echo of New Hope, but instead of R2-D2 and C-3PO coming to Tatooine, it's a hand falling from the sky, and the basic sweep of the story is similar, but intentionally so. Things that seem familiar may not be as familiar as you think, though, and don't assume every ice or desert planet in the galaxy has already been visited, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, this isn't necessarily going to be Tatooine and Hoth. It could be new worlds. It's just saying it's a desert world and an ice world. Now, these two characters, Ridley and Boyega, who find the hand and lightsaber, there are some details that Boyega's character is a stormtrooper who switches sides. And that's the single most confirmed piece of news that is out there, that people are saying. It is 100% confirmed, but again, nothing's really 100% confirmed until the movie is done. So that's the summary of the basic plot that we have right now. Again, not entirely sure how much of that is true. It does sound very possible to me. You're going to have to wait and see. Now, there are some other tidbits of information that have been released. We're going to go over those now. And the new Stormtrooper helmets. Now, over the course of the series of the 6 films released, we've seen the Stormtroopers in several of the movies, and their design, their look, their appearance has changed and varied from film to film. This is going to be no different, and there are some images of what appears to be new Stormtrooper helmets. This first image is some concept art. Very cool looking. And this first image is being referred to as a Jungle Trooper because it's being featured in a filming at a treehouse set in Pinewood Studios. I don't really know if you compare this to images from the earlier movies in a jungle setting. It looks nothing like it. It looks more like the Ice World helmet, but again, that's what the rumor is. Now here's a different style of the helmet. This is again concept art. Now this second helmet, it is asymmetrical with only one vent at the bottom left, and the mouth is a black mesh. And you can better see that in this close-up photo here. And the 2 black eyes are connected by a black visor piece. Very cool. Now the site that has posted these concept art pictures also has posted an image of a physical version of the helmet. And that's an actually made helmet. This is not art, this is a helmet that exists. And it appears to be the exact same one as the concept art. Now there's no clear indication if this is an actual movie prop or someone took the concept art and made it into a costume helmet. You know, we don't know just yet, but I hope it is true because it looks pretty badass. Now here's one that is likely fact, and this was a YouTube video that was posted by J.J. Abrams, the director of the new Star Wars Episode 7, and it is showing you the new X-Wing. Well, it doesn't actually specifically say this is from the movie, but I'm sure it is. If you look at the video, or look at the image here that I'm linking, why else would he be talking in front of it? It looks very, very similar to the X-Wings from the prior versions, just slightly modified. Very cool looking now. Now I want to talk about Han Solo specifically for a little bit, because 2 months ago, in June, there was an accident on set. Han Solo accidentally tripped over the Millennium Falcon while filming, and he sprained his ankle. Because of that, they had to put filming on hold. And for 2 months, filming was held up because of this. You know, obviously you can't do it if Han Solo can't walk. It's kind of ironic, as a matter of fact, that he hurt himself while exiting the Millennium Falcon. And filming has just recently restarted again this week, so no worry about a delay. The movie is coming on as planned. Now, that was fact. We're moving back to rumor area here. So Hans and Chewbacca are at the command of a Super Star Destroyer. Pretty cool. That's going to be really weird to see because we all remember the Super Star Destroyers being pretty evil. Or at least in Return of the Jedi they were. But I guess if the good guys, the rebels, win, they're going to take over all of the Empire's equipment. And that's what's going on, is Hans is leading a Super Star Destroyer. Pretty cool stuff if it's true. Now, there are some concept art drawings of Han Solo in 2 different concepts, which I'm going to show on screen. And here he is in snow gear, and another image of him in a Western-style gunslinger outfit. On the snowsuit, you can see Solo's military badges, and that further confirms the report about him commanding a Star Destroyer as legit. I find it kind of hard to believe that Hans would hand over the keys to the Millennium Falcon, but a promotion is a promotion, I guess. Now the last thing I want to talk about, and this has just been revealed on Friday, and again, rumors, not concrete fact, but we're going to talk about the possible villains of Star Wars, because that was unknown for quite a while, but it appears that a lot of new information has come to light regarding this. Now these villains are hardcore Jedi hunters, and they're called the Inquisitors. They are led by one character who is so-called the Inquisitor. These villains are said to be characterized by black and chrome with troopers in similar black and chrome uniforms. That they're very imperial but very new. Now these guys kind of make me think that they're like General Grievous's Magna Guards from the Revenge of the Sith. Supposedly these Jedi Hunters, or Inquisitors as they're being called, are the reason there is no New Republic after Return of the Jedi. They're saying that there is no New Republic because these guys have been out there and right after the events of Return of the Jedi immediately started up, I wouldn't call it a new war, but hunting Jedis and hunting all the rebels. And their mandate is basically that they want to resurrect the Sith Order, and they want to protect the Sith at all costs and ensure their survival. These Inquisitors are supposedly also the ones who have captured Luke Skywalker and have been holding him prisoner at the start of this movie. Now, the last bit regarding the leader of the Inquisitors, and his name is the Inquisitor, there is an image which is pretty cool if it's accurate, and it shows him holding a crushed Darth Vader mask, and he is characterized as the leader of the group. He is a cyborg in a black cloak with glowing red eyes. So very cool stuff if any of it is true. I'm very excited. That's really all I've got for you for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know, again, how much of this you want to take as fact or fiction, but it's out there, and I'm going to keep digging and bringing you more news as I get it. So that was Nerd News. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, comment below what you want to hear about. There's all kinds of different topics I'd like to talk about. We can talk about movies. You know, the Avengers, Age of Ultron is upcoming. A lot of info out about that. The new and upcoming Batman vs. Superman movie. Or we could take it in a whole nother direction and talk about scientific stuff, astronomy. I'm into just about anything. If it's nerd news, I'm into it, and I can find out some information for you guys. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm Austin Place, and I'm out of here.